Imagine a luxury car that can quietly glide through a city, carry you in first-class comfort, and then, with one press of the accelerator, transform into something that feels more like a supercar. That car is the Porsche Panamera Turbo E Hybrid. It has 4 doors. It has comfortable rear seats. It can be driven every day. But underneath that elegant body is a machine with 680 horsepower, all-wheel drive, a twin-turbo V8, electric assistance, and a top speed of 315 kilometers per hour. And here's the surprising part. Some of the most impressive things about the Panamera Turbo aren't even visible from the outside. Today, we're looking at 5 unique features that make this luxury Porsche so special. And number 5 might completely change the way you think about luxury. Performance cars. Let's start with the obvious question. How fast can a luxury sedan really be? In the case of the Panamera Turbo E Hybrid, the answer is extremely fast. Porsche says, the current Panamera Turbo E Hybrid can accelerate from 0 to 100 km per hour in just 3.2 seconds when equipped with the Sport Chrono package. That's astonishing when you remember what this car actually is. It isn't a tiny 2-seat sports car. It isn't a stripped-down track machine. It's a large luxury performance car designed to carry people comfortably, and yet it can reach a top speed of approximately 315 kilometers per hour. Think about that for a moment. You can drive to work in the morning. You can take your family on a long road trip. You can sit in a beautifully finished cabin with modern technology. And then, when the road opens up, this same vehicle has the performance to behave like a serious sports car. That's the entire philosophy behind the Panamera. It doesn't ask you to choose between luxury and performance. It tries to give you both. And there's a reason Porsche can make a large 4-door car behave this way. Under the hood is a 4-liter twin-turbo V8. The combustion engine produces around 519 PS, while the electric motor adds another layer of instant performance. Together, the system produces 680 PS. The result is not simply more horsepower. It's a completely different driving experience. The electric motor can provide immediate response, while the V8 delivers the dramatic power and character that Porsche enthusiasts expect. And that brings us to something even more interesting. Because the Panamera Turbo isn't simply a powerful gasoline car. It's a hybrid. And that's our 4th fact. When many people hear the word hybrid, they immediately think about efficiency. But Porsche has taken a very different approach. The Panamera Turbo E Hybrid uses electrification not only to improve efficiency, but also to improve performance. The system combines the 4-liter twin-turbo V8 with a powerful electric motor. The car uses a 25.9 kilowatt-hours lithium-ion battery, and Porsche says the electric motor produces up to 140 kilowatts. That means the car can operate in different driving modes depending on what you need. You can drive using electric power. You can use the hybrid system for a balance between efficiency and performance. Or you can choose a sportier setup when you want maximum response. This creates an interesting personality. Imagine leaving your home early in the morning. The neighborhood is quiet. You don't need the sound of a V8. You simply want a smooth and peaceful drive. The electric side of the powertrain can help provide that experience. But later, you're on an open road. You press the accelerator. The V8 comes alive. The electric motor works together with the combustion engine. Suddenly, the character of the car changes. This is what makes the Panamera Turbo E Hybrid fascinating. The hybrid system isn't simply there because Porsche wants to make a more efficient car. It's also a performance tool. Electric power can provide instant torque, helping make acceleration feel immediate. The V8 then brings sustained power and that unmistakable performance character. It's almost like having 2 personalities inside one vehicle. Quiet luxury when you want it. Aggressive performance when you need it. And Porsche didn't stop there. Because having enormous power is only useful if the car can actually control it. That's where the 3rd feature becomes incredibly important. Here's something that sounds almost strange. The Panamera Turbo E Hybrid can use its rear wheels to help steer the car. This is called rear axle steering, and it's one of those technologies you might not notice until you experience it. At low speeds, the rear wheels can turn in the opposite direction to the front wheels. Why? To effectively make the car feel more agile and reduce the turning circle. That can make something as ordinary as parking or navigating a tight street easier. Now, increase the speed. The rear wheels can work differently to improve stability and handling. So the same technology that helps you maneuver around a parking lot can also help the car feel more planted when you're driving quickly. Think about the challenge Porsche faces. The Panamera is a large luxury car. Large cars naturally have to deal with their size and weight. But Porsche doesn't want the driver to constantly feel that size. Instead, the engineers use technology to make the car feel more responsive. It's almost as if the car is trying to hide its own dimensions from you. And there's more. The Panamera Turbo E Hybrid also features Porsche's performance-focused chassis technology, including Porsche Torque Vectoring Plus and all-wheel drive. The goal is simple. Put the power where it can be used, because having 680 horsepower doesn't mean much if the tires can't translate that power into movement. This is an important lesson about performance cars. Great performance isn't only about horsepower. It's about controlling that horsepower. Acceleration, traction, steering, braking, suspension. Every part has to work together. And Porsche has spent decades refining that philosophy. But the suspension technology in the Panamera takes this idea to another level. Which brings us to number 2. This may be one of the most fascinating things about the modern Panamera. The car can be equipped with Porsche Active Ride, and this isn't simply a conventional suspension system. Porsche describes Active Ride as a high-end active chassis system, designed to combine comfort and performance. The system uses active shock absorbers and electrically driven hydraulic pumps. Each damper can be controlled individually. Why is that important? Because roads are never perfectly smooth. One wheel might hit a bump. Another wheel might be going over smooth pavement. The car is constantly experiencing different forces. A traditional suspension has to react to these forces. Porsche Active Ride takes a much more sophisticated approach. It can actively adjust the forces acting at each wheel. The result is impressive. During normal driving, the system can focus on comfort. During aggressive acceleration, braking, or cornering, it can help control body movement. Porsche says the system can counterpitch and roll, helping keep the body remarkably controlled. In simple terms, imagine sitting inside the Panamera, while the road underneath you becomes uneven. Instead of allowing every movement to travel directly into the cabin, the suspension works constantly to manage those forces. And here's the really interesting part. The system can even raise the vehicle when you're getting in or out. So technology that exists to improve high-performance driving can also make everyday life more convenient. That's a recurring theme with the Panamera. Performance technology isn't isolated from daily usability. It's designed to work with it. But there's one more thing that makes the Panamera Turbo E-Hybrid especially interesting. And it's not hidden under the hood. It's something you can actually see. Look at the Panamera from the outside. You see a long, elegant luxury car. But look more closely. The proportions are athletic. The roofline flows toward the rear. The body has the unmistakable design language of Porsche. And then you enter the cabin. Suddenly, the car feels like a luxury lounge. This contrast is the real magic of the Panamera. It's a car designed to connect two worlds. The first world is performance. The steering wheel, the power. The V8, the aggressive chassis technology. The all-wheel drive system. The rapid shifting 8-speed Porsche doppel coupling transmission. Everything reminds you that this is a Porsche. But the second world is luxury. The rear passengers get generous space. Depending on the configuration, features such as ventilation and massage functions can be available. The cabin also features modern digital technology, including Porsche's digital interaction system. And there's another fascinating detail. The Panamera can be equipped with HD matrix LED headlights featuring more than 64,000 pixels. That's an incredible amount of technology packed into something that, at first glance, simply looks like a headlight. The system is designed to provide sophisticated lighting performance while helping the driver see the road. This is the Panamera philosophy in miniature. Something looks simple, but underneath it is extremely complicated engineering. And that's exactly what the Panamera Turbo is. A car that doesn't need to look outrageous to be extraordinary. So, what makes the Panamera Turbo really special? Let's bring everything together. Number 5. It delivers supercar-level acceleration in a luxury 4-door package. Number 4. Its hybrid system isn't simply about efficiency. Electric power is also used to enhance performance. Number 3. Rear axle steering helps make a large car feel more agile and stable. Number 2. Its advanced suspension technology can actively manage the forces acting on the car, helping combine comfort with serious performance. And number 1. The Panamera Turbo is built around a rare combination of luxury and sports car character. But there's a bigger lesson here. For decades, car enthusiasts often had to make compromises. Do you want comfort? Choose a luxury sedan. Do you want performance? Choose a sports car. Do you want efficiency? Choose a hybrid. The Panamera asks a different question. What if you didn't have to choose? What if one car could take you quietly through the city in the morning, carry you comfortably across hundreds of kilometers in the afternoon, and still make your heart race when you press the accelerator? That's the appeal of the Porsche Panamera Turbo E-Hybrid. It isn't trying to be the smallest sports car. It isn't trying to be the most extreme-looking supercar. Instead, it represents a different kind of performance. Discrete performance, luxury performance, everyday performance. And perhaps that's what makes it so interesting. Because the most impressive thing about the Panamera Turbo isn't simply how fast it can go. It's how many completely different experiences it can deliver from behind the same steering wheel. Quiet when you want quiet. Comfortable when you want comfort. Efficient when you want efficiency. And brutally quick when you want performance. That combination is what makes the Panamera Turbo one of Porsche's most fascinating cars. And the next time you see one driving down the road, don't just see it as another luxury sedan. Look closer. Behind those four doors is a V8. Behind that V8 is an electric motor. Behind the wheels is sophisticated chassis technology. And behind all of it is one ambitious idea. You shouldn't always have to choose between the life you live and the car you dream about driving. The Porsche Panamera was built to bring those two worlds together, and that's what makes it special.